Welcome to Can Do Spanish by SpanishPod101.com.
Hola a todos, soy Víctor Trejo. Hi everyone, I'm Víctor Trejo. In this lesson, you'll learn how to ask if a store has something.
Want to know if your Spanish skills are improving and what your real learning level is? Get your language skills assessed with our free level assessment test. Just click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get assessed.
This is Sasha Lee. She's at a small grocery store and wants to buy some salt. She gets the clerk's attention and asks, "Excuse me, do you have salt?"
Disculpe, ¿tiene sal?
Listen to the conversation and focus on Sasha's question. Ready?
Disculpe, ¿tiene sal?
Sí, aquí está.
Once more with the English translation.
Disculpe, ¿tiene sal?
Excuse me, do you have salt?
Sí, aquí está.
Yes, it's here.
Let's take a closer look at the conversation.
Do you remember how Sasha asks, "Excuse me, do you have salt?"
Disculpe, ¿tiene sal?
First is,
Disculpe,
meaning, excuse me.
disculpe, disculpe,
Note, you may be familiar with
disculpa,
the informal form of excuse me. In this conversation, Sasha is speaking with someone she doesn't know, so she uses the formal form.
disculpe,
Next is,
tiene,
meaning, you have, in the formal register.
tiene, tiene, tiene,
Is the shortened form of
usted tiene, usted,
a formal word meaning you, is omitted, as it's understood from the conjugated form of the verb.
tiene,
Is from the verb
tener,
meaning to have.
tener,
Next is,
sal,
meaning salt.
sal, sal.
Altogether we have,
Disculpe, ¿tiene sal?
literally, excuse me, you have salt, but translates as, excuse me, do you have salt? In the formal register.
Disculpe, ¿tiene sal?
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how the clerk replies, "Yes, it's here"?
Sí, aquí está.
First is,
Sí,
yes.
sí, sí.
It answers Sasha's question.
Disculpe, ¿tiene sal?
Excuse me, do you have salt? Next is,
Aquí,
here.
aquí, aquí.
Finally,
Está,
is, as in it is.
está, está.
Note, the corresponding Spanish word for it is omitted, as it is understood from the context.
Está,
Is from the verb
estar.
to be. Altogether, it's
Sí, aquí está.
literally meaning, yes, here it is. Or in more natural English, yes, it's here.
Sí, aquí está.
The pattern is,
¿Tiene item?
do you have item?
¿Tiene item?
To use this pattern, simply replace the item placeholder with the thing you're looking for. Note, this pattern requires a noun. Imagine you're looking for milk.
Leche.
Milk.
Leche. Leche.
Say, do you have milk? Ready?
¿Tiene leche?
Do you have milk?
¿Tiene leche?
So far, the pattern uses uncountable nouns such as leche, milk, and sal, salt. When using this pattern with countable nouns, the pattern requires the noun to be in the plural. For example, do you have apples? ¿Tiene manzanas? Manzanas is the plural form of manzana, apple. Manzana.
Let's look at some more examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
¿Tiene sal? ¿Tiene sal?
¿Tiene leche? ¿Tiene leche?
¿Tiene manzanas? ¿Tiene manzanas?
¿Tiene pimienta? ¿Tiene pimienta?
¿Vende azúcar? ¿Vende azúcar? Did you notice how I use a different pattern?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool, so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
¿Vende azúcar?
Do you sell sugar? First is,
Vende.
meaning you sell.
Vende. Vende.
Note the you is understood through context.
Vende.
Is the shortened form of
Usted vende. Usted.
a formal word meaning you, is omitted as it's understood from the conjugated form of the verb.
Vende.
Is from the verb
Vender.
to sell.
Vender.
In this context, and with the right question intonation, it can translate as, do you sell? This is another common way to ask if the store has something. Last is
Azúcar.
sugar.
Azúcar. Azúcar.
Altogether, the question is,
¿Vende azúcar?
which literally means, you sell sugar? In more natural English, it translates as, do you sell sugar?
¿Vende azúcar?
The pattern is,
¿Vende item?
do you sell item? You should be aware of this pattern, but for this lesson, we'll use the sentence pattern,
¿Tiene item?
do you have item? Let's review the key vocabulary.
Leche.
Milk,
Leche. Leche. Manzana.
apple,
Manzana. Manzana. Manzanas.
Apples.
Manzanas. Pimienta.
Pepper.
Pimienta. Pimienta. Azúcar.
Sugar.
Azúcar. Azúcar.
Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how to say salt? Sal. Sal. Do you remember how Sasha Lee asks, "Do you have salt?"
¿Tiene sal?
¿Tiene sal? Do you remember how to say yes? Sí. Sí. And do you remember how to say here? Aquí. Aquí. Do you remember how the supermarket clerk says, "Yes, it's here"?
Sí, aquí está.
Sí, aquí está. Do you remember how to say milk? Leche. Leche. And how to say apples? Manzanas. Manzanas. Do you remember how to say sugar? Azúcar. Azúcar.
Let's practice. Imagine you're Sasha Lee, and you're at the grocery store. Get the shopkeeper's attention and ask if they have milk. Ready?
Disculpe, ¿tiene leche?
Sí, aquí está.
Listen again and repeat.
Disculpe, ¿tiene leche? Disculpe, ¿tiene leche?
Imagine you're Karen Lee, and you're at the grocery store to buy sugar. Ready?
Disculpe, ¿tiene azúcar?
Sí, aquí está.
Listen again and repeat.
Disculpe, ¿tiene azúcar? Disculpe, ¿tiene azúcar?
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Ben Lee, and you're at the grocery store to buy apples. Ready?
Disculpe, ¿tiene manzanas?
Sí, aquí están.
Listen again and repeat.
Disculpe, ¿tiene manzanas? Disculpe, ¿tiene manzanas?
This is the end of this lesson.
Now, here's what you can do to cement this conversation in your head. Review the conversation with our dialogue tool and lesson transcripts. Study the key words and phrases with our spaced repetition flashcards. Review the key grammar and cultural tips inside the lesson notes. And test yourself with our assessment tests. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to access our Can Do course.
Now you know how to ask if a store has something in Spanish. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.